Hey guys, it's Yellowlord here, and today I am watching the January 16th Smash Brothers presentation, posted by Sakurai himself. And I don't know who we're getting. I've been predicting Reimu, I've been predicting Cosmos, I don't know. We're about to find out, but whoever the frick it is, I will accept it, okay? I'll go in this with a clean slate, I'll do whatever I can, I'm gonna accept it, and in just a second here, we're gonna get started, and we're gonna find out who on earth Fighters Pass 5 is, or whoever Sakurai is going to announce, and here we freaking go! Let's go!
Hello everyone,
Hi Sakurai!
I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash
Let's
Bros.
go!
Ultimate from Sora Limited.
How are you doing? I have not seen you in ages.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Nobody?
The
What?
development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
What?
Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been
What?
broadcast.
It's an unknown
So,
fighter.
it won't be available right away.
Oh.
Please understand that it will take a little time.
Not today,
I
huh?
think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
Huh. I am curious.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Sure. Hi Sakurai.
However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Yeah.
We've prepared a
Hype
fighter
responsibly.
review video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
let's do this.
Okay, let's see. Who is it? This is it. So, here we go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Expectations. Hype responsibly. Hype responsibly. Huh? And it's Byleth.
Time has finally come.
Are you
to unleash
kidding
the
me?
forbidden spell
Oh,
of
come
Zaharoth
on!
upon our enemies.
Why? No! You know, I'm honestly kind of glad that, you know, I kept my expectations in check today, because this
What were you thinking?
has
charging
to be
right
a
into
joke,
an enemy's
right?
trap? As you and I are one,
Oh,
I
come
too am trapped within this
on!
void. In time,
It
our
has to
hearts
be
and
Fire
minds will
Emblem,
cease
and
to
of
be.
course, it's gonna be
Are
Byleth,
you
it's gonna be-
prepared to die?
Just come on! You've gotta be kidding me!
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die.
And I was saying if we were gonna get a Fire Emblem character, it was gonna be Idleguard. Come
There is
on!
no other choice.
Oh boy, join the battle in
You
Smash!
must join Smash.
Oh boy, exciting! This is totally what I wanted! Ah.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Yay! Congratulations, Byleth.
So joining Smash consumes
It's such a
even the
recurring
darkness
theme that it has to be a Fire Emblem character. Are you kidding me? Sakurai? I don't know what you're doing. Oh, there's Idleguard. Rip Idleguard. Because of course it had to be another freaking sword fighter. I'm sorry, I'm just so sad right now. This is one of the few things I kind of didn't want, truthfully. And I saw Idleguard in the background.
And sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
Oh shoot! They
And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
They actually referenced that joke. Oh, female Byleth. Okay,
So that is how you
you're just
plan
gonna
to
become
win the day?
female. All right.
So be it. I reward your cleverness this
I
time.
do like how they reference that joke, but female. Oh wait. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. Hold up. Okay, this might actually be interesting. Oh,
How is this?
they're gonna. Oh, okay. Now I'm actually intrigued. Okay, thank you. Good. They actually did something a little different this time. I don't blame that. I don't blame you for being shocked, my dude.
If anyone, you should
Oh.
be able to handle the hero's
Oh,
relics.
we have an axe user finally. Okay, fine. I'll thank you for at least doing something a little different. Because I think Sakurai knew how boring it was going to be. But okay, thank you.
Unleash the blinding
At
speed
least
of
they're a little
Fangos.
different, okay? There's actual different
Sword of the
weapons.
Creator. Each
We
weapon
have an
matches
axe
the drink.
user. They knew. Also, they have a good model. So thank you. At least, at the very freaking least, they have an axe. Not a huge fan of it being another Fire Emblem character, but hey, at least they have a different weapon.
Both sides of time are revealed.
Oh, jeez.
Through Smash. Show the world.
Oh yeah, also Drunk Cat 2 deconfirmed, by the way, so that leak was false. So, not Reimu today. I'm not going to join the voice chat because I don't think a lot of people are happy right now. oh, okay, hi Sakurai. Time to explain yourself, because you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle.
You have a lot of explaining to
Fire
do, my
Emblem Three
dude.
Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new.
But,
even so,
yeah.
you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Hey, at least they have an axe,
This
okay?
release is planned for
Oh,
January
not
20th.
even coming out
You'll
for another
have
12
instant access
days.
if you have the Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
Ultimate Fighters
jeez.
Pack, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
And Sakurai knew we didn't want any more sword fighters.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses,
Also first
I'll explain
party.
a few things, so don't worry. First
Oh
off,
boy, Fire
what is
Emblem
Fire
time, because I totally don't know what that series
It's
is.
really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem.
Ha.
But
Look,
when writing it, if you don't
I'm
write
not like
Fire
upset, I'm a
Emblem,
little disappointed,
Fire
'cause
Emblem, please.
it's Fire
You get
Emblem,
used,
because
so
you
please
know.
be careful.
But after I saw the axe, I got a little bit more interested. I'll give them
The
that.
series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could
Look,
say
I
it was
already
a
know pretty much
pioneer
all
in the
this, so I'm
genre
just gonna
of
sit here and wait
tactical
patiently.
role-playing games. You might be
I hope
wondering what
Sakurai
makes
knows
it
this is probably not what we wanted for the last fighter, but then again,
Well,
they have
it's
always been
tactical in that
underwhelming.
it simulates
So,
combat.
remember
You can
Korin?
think of it as moving pieces in a board game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
Again, I give you credit for at least putting in an axe user. So thank you. Not just a
Plus,
freaking sword
something
user.
made it stand out from other Nintendo products.
And I know the game did well,
Characters
so.
could permanently die.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty direct language, though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
Look, I'm trying to keep a clear head. I'm not
But
too
really,
thrilled
if
about
a
it being a Fire Emblem
fell in
character
battle,
again,
you lose that
but
unit. They'd be gone,
you know.
and you couldn't use them again.
at least I went into this with hype responsibly. I did tell people about this,
Recent
so
entries
not
in
as
the
upset
series
as I could
maintain
be.
this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm curious about the costumes.
In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack.
Oh,
It's their
yeah.
down special.
Speaking of which,
There's actually a reason for this. When I
Huh?
was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game.
oh, that's
First comes your
why.
opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your
Ah,
turn.
that's what that is. That explains a lot why we have 6 counters.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
I do love how they reference
Well,
too
if
many
you
swords in the
include Fire Emblem
trailer, 'cause they
Heroes
knew people were
remakes,
tired
but
of
you don't
this.
include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
He's doing the best he can, Sakurai, I bet. I hope they really show some other character or post-past future to make up for this, because I don't want to wait another 3 months knowing that all we have is Byleth. And I said specifically I didn't want them before, but after seeing what
There
they
you
did
go,
with them...
17.
Also, oh, that's what that pose is? That's what the
So
pose
you saw
was?
how
Are
I
you
was
kidding
counting in a
me?
weird way, right?
It's just for the
I was counting
counting.
in binary.
We were all tricked.
This
It
is
never
0.
meant anything.
Fold
I'm
it
so
here,
sorry,
you get
everyone.
1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3.
Yeah, grateful
So
we're getting a
this would be
character, but-
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1
God.
and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
Look, I'll wait until the end before saying anything, but I'm like,
You can actually
God.
count up to 31 on one hand.
I had to get a
And if you
freaking
use
Fire Emblem
both
character
hands,
in
you can
there.
count all the way up to 1,023.
Also, yeah, sorry.
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
Why? I'm speaking of being. Anyway.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in
Okay.
English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses.
I'm just
Once
waiting,
you've chosen a
honestly. I don't
house,
have anything
you
to
guide them
say,
through your
because I never played the
and,
game, and I was
you
not
end
too.
up
I was
fighting
never
some
interested.
houses.
I did consider it a couple times,
After a
but
certain incident,
yeah.
5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students.
I am
to
curious
battle
about the
against other
moveset, though,
houses
but
on their
that's the
region.
extent of it.
It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Oh. Well, that explains Zelda's origin design, I
I did the same
guess.
this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Also, yeah, another Fire Emblem character. Just, God.
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
I mean, whatever.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Jeez.
Therefore, some of what
So
I'm about
Byleth's
to
been
show
around
you
since
might differ
November.
a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Oh boy, here we go. Again, I'm going to try to keep a clear head, even though I'm honestly really, really mixed, because I was not wanting this at all, but
So,
okay.
this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws
Okay.
are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range.
Wow.
But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick.
Oh!
Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for it.
Again, I do
First,
I
let's
do
talk
like
about
how
the
they
weapon
finally got an
itself
axe
uses
user
for
in there.
upward inputs. The Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it
Oh
takes
boy,
the
the
form of a
forward
whip.
tilt, everyone's favorite forward tilt.
They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword
Well, that's
upward
a bit
to
of a
launch
different up
enemies in
smash.
the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something.
Huh?
The sword extends like this, allowing you
Oh.
to do things like this.
So, okay, cool,
It
I
was
guess.
pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
You can spike with it.
you
Also,
can do
doesn't
awful
it?
things like this.
Oh, you can tether with it. All right.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Okay.
So that's the up special.
Look, I mean, I think the moveset's
Now,
good,
for the sideways inverse.
but...
This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
So it's a forward tilt, or...
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Sort of.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Oh. My.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if
Yeah,
you knock
some
an
people are
opponent
going
down,
crazy in the chat,
side
but
attack won't hit
the moveset doesn't
unless
look
you add a
bad.
downward tilt to aim for them.
But I did say, you know, maybe not another Fire Emblem character, please.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The
Again,
shaft
I'm not
part
looking
is
at the
weaker.
chat when we record because I know they're probably pretty
It's not suited
annoyed,
to close combat.
honestly.
It won't deal much damage.
I'm really
and it
hoping
won't
this is...
launch opponents
We
far.
better get some post-pass information, because this
That's
is not...
why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward.
Okay.
Or
Because
downward.
if we don't, oh my god, I don't want to wait 3 months just
Next,
knowing
the
all we have
side
is Byleth.
Byleth
Again,
will
it
simply
is a cool
swing the lance
moveset,
like
I will give
this.
them that.
But again,
I like it
it
so
has
far,
excellent reach.
because it's not just the damn
For
sword.
example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
So, I am not as annoyed as I was when Korn was revealed back in Smash 4.
Actually, you can do a
so,
smash attack to charge forward a little. Like this. But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
okay.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir.
Let's go, Axe.
It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth.
Finally have an Axe
First,
user.
the down air attack.
Sort of.
It really is strong. You can try for a meteor
Nice.
effect with this attack.
Yeah, it's your typical
Next
meteor.
is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
So basically...
It's a bold move,
Okay.
similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Nice, I guess.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Wow,
plays out like
rip.
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch.
Get
Due
wrecked.
to the super armor effect, you have the advantage.
Oh,
Unless you get
okay.
wrecked. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Huh?
While you're charging
Oh.
it, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Okay.
Also, you can turn around during the move.
Ah, that's one way to trick
The
up people.
swing takes a while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Seems like it has no penalties for
Even though it can be
using.
hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a
That
group of
reach,
opponents.
holy crap.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Oh,
It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the
so
power
if you want
of
to counter him,
attacks,
just
and
just
using
play
easily
another Fire Emblem
anticipated attacks
character.
like this,
That's
you'll
all you
just
have to
get
do.
hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
Okay.
It seems pretty straightforward, right?
Yes.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of
Okay,
light.
that's cool.
You can perform this move by keeping the
Oh,
button
he's
held
broken.
down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Okay.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In
What?
the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
You're gonna play through this classic mode, aren't you? Exciting.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Okay. I'm just whatever, honestly. I'm not bored, but I'm also just whatever. Huh?
Now, let's talk about the color variations.
Oh, sure. What do we
It's set
got?
up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors
Okay, that's
are,
a nice
as you
little
can see,
reference.
reminiscent of the house leaders.
That's cool, I won't lie.
Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in
Yay.
the final smash?
Probably. It's just part of their super special move or whatever. I know that much. Can we move on, please? I forgot I gotta talk about the Sage.
Next,
We're not
I'll
gonna get
introduce
deals.
the
We're not
stage.
gonna get any post-pass news,
For
are
this
we?
one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to
Yeah, I have a bad
cycle
feeling
through
we're not getting any
Marketplace,
post-pass
Reception
news.
Hall,
If I'm wrong, awesome,
and
but
Cathedral, all in one stage.
it would make me feel better because I don't want
It's
this
the
direct
type
to
of
end
stage
just on
that
us knowing
rotates through
Byleth's
different
coming and that's
areas,
it.
Such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
Okay.
Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the
This
Holy
is a whole
Kingdom
bunch of
of Farthest.
doo-doo, isn't it?
Since it's a
Sorry.
kingdom, that
I
means
couldn't
they
help
have a
it.
monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri is the future king. He had quite the difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
And before spoilers.
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but
You can just...
here you can break them, you see.
Okay. Okay.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background,
Of course.
you can see the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper's a meme.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
God, going to all sorts of places and destroying the area.
Slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall
That's
are
nice.
Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard.
That was going to be her model if she was in the game as a character, but
As
honestly,
such,
again,
they embrace their military
I'm good. I'm ready to move on now, by the way. Just in my personal
Edelgard
opinion.
is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
Sorry, I was much more calm about
Depending on the
Byleth,
path
but I
you
was
take,
also
she'll
sad
go through
because,
some
like, are you
terrible
kidding me?
ordeals.
This is not who I want. No, I mean,
You'll
look,
notice
somebody's
there are
happy out
prominent
there,
chandeliers
okay?
above the stage.
And that's good.
It's
But me
possible to
personally,
knock
I'm
them
just whatever. Look, all this is nice, and Sakurai put in a lot of work, and I'll give him credit, but
even though it's their stage.
did he not know that people didn't want
You can
any more
reach it
Fire
with
Emblem
other fighters,
characters? I mean, I know they referenced it in the trailer, and that was
it's
actually
nice if you
funny,
can work your
but
way up there by getting
I think
lucky
you should have
and being
taken the hint
launched
that
up,
we don't want
or
any
perhaps by
more.
using another fighter as a stepping stone.
like, does Fire Emblem
There we
really
go.
need this
Made
many?
it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table.
At the
Like
very
so.
least, you gotta give us post-pass information, otherwise people
Just
are going
like
to
the
be
sign
mad
that
for
reads
another couple
Fleeting Cousin
months.
In the Suzaku Castle stage.
And I'm actually
It can
serious,
break
by
if
the
you
way.
launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
But you know, there was a reason why there weren't any Three Houses of Spirits, and it's because of this.
It's similar to the bridge
So-
of Sheldon stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Yeah, again, I don't really know who these people are. I didn't play the game, so I'm just like, I mean, to meet Claude obviously is one of the main
Because
ones,
it's an
but
alliance of many noble
yeah.
families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names
Yeah,
of
sorry
characters
guys, I
that
just have
appear
nothing
in
to say
Genealogy
really,
of the
because
Holy War,
I don't know
fourth
this.
title
I
of
didn't play
Fire
the
Emblem
game.
series.
Sure, I
guess
probably
once
could
you've
have, but I
reached
had
the
no
17th
interest.
game and are creating
And,
40
well,
characters
there
for
we go.
each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway.
I'm
plain
just
and
waiting.
simple. You can
Because
expect
I've got-
plenty
I've-
of blows
I've
to
got
be
all the
exchanged
time in the
at
world,
edges of the
really.
screen.
But, yeah.
You could
Look,
also
I'll
say
obviously
it's a place
purchase
where the fail
Byleth.
not
I
really
know, I
shines,
want all the
and in this
fighters,
sense,
but
I think it suits the
this is
Golden
not
Deer
exactly who I was hoping for. Let me just make that clear. This is what nobody expected, honestly. Are we good? Are we done?
The last area
Nope,
is
just
the
kidding.
cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests
Also,
are
this
carried
is not
to
a
the
legal
cathedral
stage, by the
where
way.
Seta, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his
Yeah,
sister,
we are.
Flame.
He is not
She
going to have
seems to be
time for
under
the classic
protection
mode,
of
so
him and Rhea,
hopefully
who you can
post-patch
see fighting
information.
During the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
He is not going to have time.
All three have character quirks
But
related
Sakurai,
to their true
you better
identities.
explain yourself, because honestly, I don't know.
I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so
I guess
I'll leave it
I'm
at
kind of relieved I didn't join the voice chat today, because that would have been
This is a simple
so
area
bad.
of the stage. All it has are these
So,
platforms.
sorry guys.
Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
Okay, but it's also a
It'll
walk-off,
cycle
so it's
through each
illegal.
location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay, are we done? Oh boy, Byleth in action.
Okay, today we'll have
Huh?
a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
Well, this is gonna take
Alright,
up the rest
here
of
we
the
go,
time.
Joker.
Sorry guys, maybe next time.
Joker!
What the hell was the point of that?
And Hero!
What on earth are you doing?
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
What are you doing?
By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here.
Oh. I thought you were
But
just
as
gonna skip
expected,
this
It's going
section.
to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Items.
It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad.
So basically, I have no comments. Obviously, they're gonna maybe give us a quick update. Maybe if we're
better
lucky,
keep
we'll
my
get
distance.
post-pass, but we're gonna be stuck only knowing about Byleth in the next couple months, and I'm not too thrilled
Use
about
this
that
chance to
idea.
attack.
It's a real disappointment. I know the game was good, I'm not gonna lie about that, but this is not who I was expecting. But I'm not as upset as I could be, because it's not worth it.
Lots of
So,
explosives.
I could have sworn like a madman, I could have been pissed off. That's what I did with Corrin, so
Shielded that, huh?
I decided we're not gonna do that again, because at the
Good
very
ones.
freaking least, they have some differences compared to other Fire Emblem
this,
characters,
like
but I'm
this,
still not
or like
thrilled,
so.
because this is not who I
No
wanted
idea.
at all.
There, the soccer ball connected.
Oh, there's Corrin, speaking of which. Oh boy. Also,
Good.
Sakurai
There's Mom.
using items. Because, yeah,
in a good
because,
spot.
you know, items are definitely what we care about here.
Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there
Yeah,
or not.
speaking of it. But no, being real here, if we're lucky, we'll get
I feel like
post
the
pass,
enemy
which I
might
will
get
pay
this
attention to that, but
See? They got it.
you're probably gonna lose, aren't you?
But I mustn't give up.
Oh, the shield break, Sakurai,
Can't
let's
waste the
go.
chance.
Good job, you did it.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it.
Time to finish
Now.
seal the
What are
deal.
you charging up for?
What are you charging up for? Alright, let's get this over with. Oh, come on, just get rid of Roy so we can
There's
move
still
on,
more.
please.
Whack.
Just hit him off the stage, or use the hammer, I don't
You can take the
care,
hammer.
just use the hammer. Thank you, we're done. Hit
Although,
him.
I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this.
Hit him! Thank you. Thank you, we're done. I mean, I'm
I
having
was
Squad
trying to
Strike.
fight using Byleth's abilities alone.
I hope this
What
means
matters
Squad
is
Strike
that it's
Online. I'll actually
good
be
games.
excited if that's the case.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself.
Can you make it
Yeah.
online? Oh boy, song collection.
Now, about
Exciting.
the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the
It's hard
new
for me to
tracks
stay mad
all
at
the Fire
Sakurai,
Emblem
honestly, I
stations.
admit. This is not who I wanted at
There are
all.
already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the
Just
game.
come
Our
on,
selection
this also
this
means
time
first
has been
parties
made
are probably
taking those
viable
existing
again.
tracks into consideration.
Oh, only 11 tracks, okay.
11 songs are being added.
That's nice.
This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Right. Which I'm gonna clear out
It
quickly and
includes the
then
house
never
leaders
ever do
among some of
again.
the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class.
I blame you, Sothis.
Also, there's a new classic mode route, a
Oh.
heroic legacy, which
Okay.
is designed to let you enjoy.
At least they're not gonna
classic
show
Fire
that
Emblem
off
stations
today.
from
And
throughout
yeah, we're
the
about to
series'
end it, and
history.
I'm just gonna be like, alright.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand.
Thanks for the
But you'll find that
spoilers.
something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Amusing. Yeah, sure. Are we done?
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh boy, I swear to God, if it's somebody that, if this is for somebody that a character, like, if this is something that people want. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh God. Oh, Assassin's Creed. That is interesting. So yeah, Rip Enzo fans, I guess, or Altair fans. Sorry about that. I actually am. Rabbids? Freaking hell. Yeah, and before Rayman tease. Well, they got in, but not in the way we expected. Oh, okay, they brought back this costume. Yeah, people are gonna use that costume now. Yeah, I'm just scared. I want this section to end already. Okay. Cuphead? Cuphead. Oh yeah, Rip Cuphead, by the way. Sorry, guys. Cuphead is the Mii costume. Are you kidding me? Well, sure. I can go along with this, but yeah, Rip him being a character. Oh yeah, also, good. Sorry for Azure and Cuphead fans, but hey, you got something, right? You got something. You know, Cuphead being in kind of makes me wonder. Nah. Oh boy, are we done? Is that the end of the presentation? Is he just not going to talk about Cuphead? Also, yeah, they need 12 more days just to be done with this, and I'm just like, okay.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
What on earth are you doing?
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury.
Oh,
It is the
Floral
theme that
Fury!
plays when
I knew
fighting
it was
Cat
that.
Incarnation.
That's probably the most iconic song from the game.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
Okay.
If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
That's nice. So is
And
that
now,
it?
onto the amiibo.
Oh, yep, there they are. At least I was kind of right, but not in the way I was
color palette for Dark
hoping.
Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
So are they going to
Dark
talk
Samus
about
and Richter
post-pass?
are planned for
They're going
release
over
on
35
Friday,
minutes.
January 17th.
So... Okay. Oh, yeah, they're... Oh, post-pass. Please.
And now,
Please.
with the addition of Byleth,
Please.
the Fighter's Pass is finally
Please.
complete.
Please, please,
The
please,
lineup
please, please,
was
please,
Joker,
please.
Hero, Banjo
Please
and
talk
Kazooie,
about
Terry
post-pass.
Bogard, and Byleth.
Please.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added.
Post-pass.
But I
Please.
must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience.
Post-pass.
And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
Post-pass.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there?
Yes, post-pass,
When we
please.
add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks
Sorry.
or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
I mean, for me, it was probably only like 1 out of... Well, I don't know. 2 out of 5, maybe? I don't know. I actually don't have any real opinions.
As I stated,
Huh?
we'll continue to release more
Yeah,
DLC
how's it
fighters
gonna work?
down the line.
How's it gonna work?
I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
What? 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 Oh, 5 more fighters! What? Sorry, 6 more fighters. 6 more chances.
Looks like there will
Holy
be 1 more fighter
shit.
than last time.
Okay, we're having 6 more
For
chances
this reason,
here.
we will be releasing the Super Smash
And
Bros.
it's Fighters
Ultimate
Pass Volume 2.
Volume 2. It
And
will
then
be available
oh my
for
god, this is gonna
pre-purchase
take
on the
forever.
day
Look
show,
at that.
so please keep an eye out.
December 31st,
And now that
2021.
it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now. And I'm
Of course.
personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Ah, boy. Well, alright.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Okay.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Ah, boy. I hope some good choices were
But I
made.
still hope you'll look forward to it.
I hope so too.
We're also including a bonus with
Huh?
Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume.
Oh,
But this time, here's what we have.
it's another costume. Huh?
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Sorry.
This will not
And
be
happy
for
they
sale
talked about
individually,
post-pass.
so it
That's
can
what I
only be
wanted,
acquired
and now
as
we know
part
there's
of
6
Fighters
more
Pass Volume
chances.
2.
There are 6 more chances for a character I might want, so I'm thrilled. Huh?
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
Indeed.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Sure. Yes, it's a fighting game, not a party game.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while. But
not
now
a party
Super
game.
Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed
Competitive
it in
fighting
sales.
game.
However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion.
Okay.
So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's good.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
Sakurai, we gotta have a
I
talk,
feel
man.
like it's become more than a fighting game. Some sort of celebration of gaming.
At least we have
something
6
else
more to go.
entirely.
I'm happy there's 6 more to go, but like, my god.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
I can see what you mean by that, especially with Banjo.
The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC.
6 more, by the
Which
way.
means no breaks for me.
No,
I
Sakurai!
plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
Sure, I mean...
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. See you later, Sakurai. I'm happy you gave us Post Pass. That's all I wanted, really. I'm still not thrilled we got Byleth of all characters, which heavily implies first parties are now viable again. But, yeah... It was alright. I mean, again, a little disappointed because it's Byleth. It's like, seriously? But at least the moveset made me a little bit more okay with them. It was an axe user, sort of. Or, yeah, mix of a lance, mix of a bow user, and an actual axe user. Even if it's not the full moveset, it's something. But, yeah, that's it. I think that's it here. There's 6 more chances, and then that's probably the end of DLC. What surprises me the most is we're getting 6. You think you only do 5 more, but no, we're getting a bonus one. And who the heck could the last one be? I don't have any freaking idea. But I'm really hopeful one of them is going to be Reimu. Please. This is why I'm saying once she gets in, I'm retiring. Because at that point, I no freaking longer, have any interest in going crazy with this stuff. So, yeah, but no, that's it. It's not releasing until the 28th, by the way, so not today. So it's like, okay, I guess we're not getting anything today, which, I mean, let me just think about this for a second. Okay, so it's gonna release January 28th is a Tuesday, so it'll release then, which, yeah, I'll, of course, buy them, because, you know, I have to have the completed roster, but, yeah, overall, that's it here. But I think, in general, hopefully things will be better, and, you know, now that we know they have 6 freaking fighters coming, which, thank God they talked about Post Pass, that was probably the big redeeming factor here, and I'm not kidding. Otherwise, this direct would have been average, at least in my personal opinion, because I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, really, so... I don't know. Overall, it's good. I'm not mad at Sakurai. I was definitely a little disappointed when I first saw Byleth, but I didn't, like, you know, go on a rampage and start swearing like a madman. I kept my hype responsibly, because I was not expecting we would get Reimu from Fire Pass 5, or even Cosmos, really. And I'm sorry to her fans, Cosmos fans in particular, I am so sorry. Because this also confirms that DC2 was a lie this entire time, and it was just a copycat, which, it's unfortunate, but I still think Reimu has a chance even despite that. Like, seriously, especially if we're going off all the various factors at play here, but I gotta wrap it up here, because soon I have classes I need to go to, and I can't afford to miss those, and sure, I'm probably gonna be bored for the entire day, but it's okay. I mean, going into next week, hopefully we'll get some more information, and, well, yeah. For now, I have to go, so I will see you all later. Thanks for watching, take care everyone, and Yellowlord signing off. See you later, everyone.